A woman scream. It was wrong. It echoed through the trees, saying that something was watching us. I looked back one last time, and that's when I saw it. Two white, glowing eyes staring from the darkness. They were watching me, watching us. And I knew in that moment about any strange happenings. He just shrugged. "I don't know nothing," he said. "Was it a skinwalker? Or something else entirely? All I know is that something followed us that day." Before I begin this tale, I want to make it clear. This was my first true encounter with something I couldn't explain, something unnatural. And it happened in the heart of central Czechia. Whether it was a skinwalker or some other dark entity, I can't say for sure. But I can tell you this, I'll never forget what happened. It was late summer of 2022. I was out with my friend Jay, like we were most days, riding our bikes. Nothing special, just two kids looking for a little fun in the sun. Jay told me about a small forest nearby, a place his friend had thrown a party a few days before. So we decided to check it out. It was 3 p.m. and we had plenty of daylight left. As we got closer, the atmosphere shifted. The sun was still high in the sky, but the forest, it felt wrong, dark, like the sunlight could hardly touch the ground. Despite that feeling, we pressed on. We biked deeper into the woods, the thrill of the ride keeping our nerves in check. But as we entered the heart of the forest, something felt off. We came across an old, burnt-out campfire in a small clearing. I jumped off my bike, set down my bag, and took a deep breath. Even though it was hot outside, the forest felt unnaturally cold. A chill crept down my spine as I placed my bag on the bench next to the fire pit. Jay and I laughed, joked around, and I even showed him a knife my cousin had given me for my birthday. But something wasn't right. Something in the air. It was thick with dread. Then it happened. A scream. A woman's scream. It was wrong. It echoed through the trees, like it was trying to mimic pain. I don't know how to explain it. It didn't sound real. It sounded like something playing a recording. The kind of scream that makes you feel like it's bait, pulling you closer to something that isn't human. My heart skipped a beat. Jay and I exchanged looks, terror painted across our faces. We didn't need to say anything. Our instincts kicked in. We packed up, jumped on our bikes, and rode like hell. But as we sped down the path, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching us. I looked back one last time, and that's when I saw it. Two white, glowing eyes staring from the darkness. They were watching me, watching us. And I knew in that moment that whatever it wasn't human. We didn't stop until we reached the main road, away from the forest. Our hearts were racing, our breaths sharp and heavy. I looked at Jay, panting, and I couldn't help myself. I asked him, "Did you hear that? Did you see those eyes?" A few days later, I returned to the same forest with Jay. We found an old man near the entrance. He had a large, fresh gash under his eye, and when we asked him about any strange happenings, he just shrugged. "I don't know nothing," he said. But the way he looked at us, I could tell he knew more than he was letting on. It's been 2 years since that day, and I still don't know what we encountered. Was it a skinwalker or something else entirely? All I know is that something followed us that day. Something ancient and hungry. I've tried to go back once since then, but I couldn't shake the fear. And every time I think about it, I wonder, if we had stayed just a little longer, would I still be here to tell this story? Maybe some things are best left in the dark, and some forests should never be explored.